Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Barak Yahuwah. It is a Barak Yahuwah. It is a wonderful opportunity, Barak Yahuwah, to be fellowshipping with y'all again. Barak Yahuwah, to be fellowshipping with y'all, because that's pretty much what we're doing on this most Kadosh set apart day. Barak Yahuwah is pretty much the end of Shabbat right now, Barak Yahuwah, but nevertheless it's still Shabbat. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. So it's a great honor and a great privilege to be fellowshipping with y'all this day, Barak Yahuwah, because this is what we're doing. We are fellowshipping, Barak Yahuwah. We are not teachers, Barak Yahuwah. The scripture says that there is only one teacher, Barak Yahuwah, but we only have one teacher, and he is Yahushua HaMashiach. He is Yahushua HaMashiach. So if Barak Yahuwah, if Yahuwah reveals anything to any of us through his teachings, just know that we was indeed taught by Yahuwah himself, Barak Yahuwah. We was indeed taught by Yahuwah himself. So we are just your servants, Barak Yahuwah, your servants, in which we are desiring, Barak Yahuwah, to do the master's work and to fellowship, Barak Yahuwah, with those that have the same mind, that is like-minded, Barak Yahuwah, that is like-minded as believe what we believe, Barak Yahuwah, and we also desire to be used as his willing vessel, Barak Yahuwah, to make his to help fulfill his will and his desire in the earth, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. So with that being said, it is a great honor and a privilege to be fellowship with y'all this day, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. But nevertheless, Yahuwah did send us, Barak Yahuwah, to do a short study with y'all, Barak Yahuwah. So if you are taking notes, the title of this lesson, of this study, rather, is there is two types of firstborn that fills the earth today. There are two types of firstborn that fills the earth today. But what manner of firstborn are you, Barak Yahuwah? There are two types of firstborn that fill the earth today, Barak Yahuwah. But what manner of firstborn are you, Barak Yahuwah? Barak Yahuwah. I believe Yahuwah has sent us to discuss this, particular subject, because this matter is one of the greatest understandings that we all would have in this season, Barak Yahuwah, in any season, Barak Yahuwah, to know what type of firstborn are we, Barak Yahuwah. But in order to even begin to answer that question, in order to even begin to ask ourselves that question, because it is ourselves who we must we individually, every man and woman that is walking the face of this earth, we individually must ask ourselves, what manner of firstborn are we? But as I said, in order to even begin to even ask ourselves this question, we must first gain an understanding of the two types of firstborn that fills the earth this day. We must begin to gain an understanding on the two type of firstborn that fills the earth today, because the truth is, beloved ones, we all are firstborn. Every last one of us, we all are firstborn, Barak Yahuwah. But the question is, what manner of firstborn are we? So, Barak Yahuwah, so to begin to gain a understanding on what type of firstborn are we, Barak Yahuwah, we are first going to allow Yahuwah to reveal to us who is his firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah. Who is his firstborn son? Because it's a lot of talk, it's a lot of opinions going on in the world about this particular subject, about who is Yahuwah's firstborn son. But we are going to allow the scriptures to reveal this to us, Barak Yahuwah. And we are going to lean on thus says Yahuwah rather than the opinions of man. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So with that being said, Barak Yahuwah, first precept, beloved brother, concerning the subject of who is Yahuwah's firstborn son.
Barak Yahuwah Shemut. In other words, Exodus. Exodus chapter 4, verses 22 through 23. Exodus chapter 4, verses 22 to 23. And you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says Yahuwah, Yasharal is my son.
Yasharal is my who?
Yasharal is my son.
Please say that one more time.
Yasharal is my son.
Yasharal is my son. Read.
My firstborn.
My firstborn.
So I say to you, let my son go to serve me.
Let my son go to serve me.
But if you refuse to let him go, see, I am killing your son.
Your son.
Your firstborn.
Your firstborn. Your firstborn. Barak Yahuwah. So already we see, Barak Yahuwah, that the son, the firstborn son of Yahuwah is Yasharal. The firstborn son of Yahuwah is Yasharal. But in this one precept, we see that there's already two manner of firstborn. Two manner of firstborn. Barak Yahuwah. The firstborn of Pharaoh and the firstborn of Yahuwah, who is Yasharal. Barak Yahuwah. Already we can see there are two manner of firstborn in the earth. Barak Yahuwah. At this particular time. We can already see this, Barak Yahuwah. We can already see this, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Next precept to hone in on who is the firstborn of Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 7 through 9. Jeremiah chapter 31, verses 7 through 9. For thus says Yahuwah, sing with gladness for Yaakov, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye praise, ye and say, O Yahuwah, save your people, the remnant of Yasharal.
The remnant of Yasharal.
But I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child the woman with child and her that travails with child together. A great company shall return there. They shall come with weeping and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in the straight way, wherein they shall not stumble.
They shall not
For
stumble.
I am a father to Yasharal.
For I am a father to Yasharal.
And Ephraim is my firstborn.
And Ephraim is my firstborn. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. He is a father to Yasharal. Barak Yahuwah. And Yasharal we know to be Jacob. Barak Yahuwah. Because Jacob received this name after wrestling with the messenger of the presence all night. Barak Yahuwah. He was blessed with this name. So he was blessed with this name, Yasharal. Barak Yahuwah. And this name went down to even his son Joseph, and then it went down to Ephraim, Barak Yahuwah. But nevertheless, Yasharal is his firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah. Because even though Ephraim still carries his name, in the end, when two sticks become one, in the beginning of the millennial reign, at the first resurrection, where Yahudah becomes one with Ephraim, this in a whole will be Yasharal. Barak Yahuwah. It's no different than all of his people, all 12 tribes coming out of Egypt. All 12 tribes coming out of Egypt together, Barak Yahuwah. They came out as one, as Yasharal, as his firstborn son. And as we just read in the first precept, Barak Yahuwah, as we just read in the first precept, that Yahuwah himself told Pharaoh himself to let go, release my firstborn son, or I will kill your firstborn son. I will kill your firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah. Yasharal in the whole is his son. But as of right now in this season, it is Yahudah. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak much on this particular matter because Yahuwah didn't teach it yet, Barak Yahuwah. But nevertheless, all who receive Let me just take that back. I don't speak much on this matter because Yahuwah didn't teach it yet through his servants on his page, so I don't want to cause no confusion. But nevertheless, those who receive a Ruach in this season, they are Yahudim, they are Yahudah, Barak Yahuwah, and Ephraim is the younger brother, Barak Yahuwah. So it is on us to be a light to the younger brothers, to bring him in, so that he too can receive Ruach and become and so that he too can receive Ruach and he too can become Yahuwah's people in the season, Barak Yahuwah. But nevertheless, Yasharal is his firstborn son. Yasharal, his people, is his firstborn son. One nation he chose out of all the nations in the earth. He chose this particular nation to be his firstborn son. And it is not according to the flesh. It is according to the Ruach. It is according to the Ruach. We become his son through the Ruach, through the Ruach of Yahusha HaMashiach, Rocket. This is how we become his son. Any one of us, it don't matter if we white, black, purple, green, it don't matter what color we are, because Jacob is a coat of many colors. It's a coat of many colors. Barak Yahuwah, like Yasharal has been scattered across the four corners of the earth. And Barak, he is mixed and mingled with every nation under the sun. There is 70 nations under the sun. There is 70 nations that have been reported, and there is 70 nations that have been recorded in the heavenly tablets in Shamayim. 70 nations. And one nation out of all 70 nations, Yahuwah chose to be his son. And that nation is Yasharal, Barak Yahuwah. That nation is Yasharal, Barak Yahuwah. But next precept to truly lay down the foundation of who is Yahuwah's firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Jubilees, chapter 2, verse 20 through 21. Jubilees, chapter 2, verse 20 through 21. And he said unto us, Behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples.
I will separate unto myself a people among all people. To be separate, it means to be set apart. It means to be set. It means to like imagine a table full of stones, and you set apart this small group of stones. So you set apart unto yourself, Barak Yahuwah. He has set apart one people on this earth, Barak Yahuwah. He has set apart one people on this earth unto himself. And this people that he set apart is his beloved son, is his firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah. It is one nation. There is one nation that we can engraft into to become his people. And that nation is the nation of Yasharal, Barak Yahuwah. Keep that in mind as we go forward.
Behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples, and these shall guard the Shabbat.
And these shall guard the Shabbat. Oh yeah, Barak Yahuwah, because truly, it is his people who he gave the Shabbat to. Yes, it is. It is his people who he gave the Shabbat to. Like, he didn't give the Shabbat to just anybody. There is one nation under the sun that he gave the Shabbat to, Barak Yahuwah. Like after he brought his, so after he brought his people out of Mizraim, out of Egypt, Barak Yahuwah, he taught them the Shabbat day in the wilderness, Barak Yahuwah. So he didn't teach this to the Mizrites. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't teach this to any other nation but one nation under the sun, and that is the son and Barak Yahuwah. And that nation is the nation of Yasharal, his firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. And these shall guard the Shabbat, and I will set them apart to myself as my people,
as his people,
and I will bless them.
He will bless them
as I have set apart the Shabbat, and do set apart it to myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim.
Their Elohim, Barak Yahuwah.
And I have chosen the seed of Yaakov.
I have chosen the seed. Please take note of this word seed, Brock, because this word seed is very important, and we will revisit it, Brock Yahuwah. So please take note of this word seed. But he have chosen the seed of Yaakov, Brock Yahuwah.
And hold on real quick. And I have chosen the seed of Yaakov from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son.
As his firstborn son. This is recorded in the heavenly tablets in Shamayim. That Yaakov, that Jacob is his firstborn son. Yasharal is his firstborn son, because that was the name that Yahuwah blessed him with after he wrestled with the messenger of the presence all night. And the messenger of the presence is Yahusha HaMashiach, Yahuwah. And we also know that Yahuwah is Yahusha. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. You can keep going.
And I have chosen the seed of Yaakov from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have set him apart unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Shabbat, that they may guard the Shabbat from all work.
From all work, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. But go back up a little bit, my bad. And say, I have set them apart unto myself, Barak Yahuwah.
And I have chosen the seed of Yaakov from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have set him apart unto myself forever and ever.
Hold on, brother. How long, brother?
Forever and ever.
Temporary.
Forever and ever.
Are you sure that means forever and ever?
Yeah, I'm sure that means forever and ever.
Forever and ever, Barak
Yes.
Yahuwah. So this is saying that this is saying that Yaakov is his son forever and ever.
Yes.
Okay, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Okay, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Just want to shine light on that, because Yahuwah have not changed from this. Yahuwah have not changed. So Jacob, Yasharal, is still his firstborn son. It's still his firstborn son. So we got to get this, right? Because this is the foundation of everything that Yahuwah is going to say. You got to know and receive who his son is in order to know Barak Yahuwah. There's two manner of people. There is his son, and there is everybody else on this earth this day. There is his son. There is those that been engrafted back into the 12 tribes of Yasharal through the shed blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, and by his blood, this is what set them apart. And this is what made them the seed of Yahuwah. If any one of us receive the blood, the shed blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, if any one of us partake of his flesh, eat of his flesh, and drink of his blood, Barak Yahuwah, this indeed is what sets us apart unto Yahuwah, and this indeed is what makes us the firstborn son of Yahuwah. We got to get this. We got to get this, Barak Yahuwah, because there's two manner of people in the earth. There's two manner of firstborn. We're going to get to it. Yahuwah's going to read it. Barak Yahuwah. There's two manner of people, but the question is, how do we know? How do we know what manner of firstborn are we? How do we know what manner of firstborn are we? Barak Yahuwah. Yahuwah already revealed to us how is it that we become his firstborn son. It's by the shed blood of Yahushua. Barak Yahuwah. It is by us humbling ourselves before Yahuwah, repenting, turning from this turning from all manner of sin. Barak Yahuwah. It is by turning from all manner of sin that we have done or doing against him. Barak Yahuwah, being washed by the washing of the word, and being led, Barak Yahuwah, to being led to partaking in the immersion, Barak Yahuwah. The physical immersion, Barak Yahuwah, the water immersion. But if we do it with a right heart, if we do it with the right heart, we also will be immersed with the Ruach HaKodesh, thereby becoming his son, thereby becoming his son, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So now we're gonna Yeah, next precept, big bro.
Rock Yahuwah. Exodus chapter 11, verse 1 through 7. Exodus chapter 11, verse 1 through 7. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, I am bringing yet one more plague on Pharaoh and on Mizraim.
Stop there, big bro. Yahuwah said, I am bringing yet one more plague on Pharaoh and Mizraim. Like, okay, so we're gonna take on note on this word plague. We're gonna take note on this word plague, Brock Yahuwah. We're gonna find out what's the definition of this word plague, Brock Yahuwah, because it's very important to understand. It's also very important to understand like what is a plague and what does it mean, Brock Yahuwah. So let's take a look at it. Let's look at the definition.
Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah.
Bro, you can do the son, the H.
Okay. Rock Yahuwah. So the etymology is going to be H5060, H5060, and a plague is a stroke.
A stroke.
A plague, a disease.
A disease.
A mark.
A mark. Take note of that. Like that's very important. Take note of it. A mark.
A plague, a spot.
A plague spot. Mm-hmm.
A stroke, a wound.
A wound.
More metaphorically, of a disease.
Of a disease.
Or leprosy.
A mark of a leprosy. A mark of uncleanness. A mark of uncleanness, Brock Yahuwah. A plague is essentially a mark of uncleanness, Brock Yahuwah. In this mark, it marks us. It separates us from Yahuwah. It separates us from Yahuwah, Brock Yahuwah. A plague of leprosy, according to the Torah. If anyone was plagued with the plague, if like any one of his people was plagued with the plague of leprosy, they had to separate themselves from Yasharal. They had to go outside the camp, Brock Yahuwah, because this is the mark of uncleanness, and Yahuwah is clean. And Yahuwah is clean. There is no uncleanness in him. All around him, there can be no uncleanness in his midst, Brock Yahuwah. Brock Yahuwah. So this is a mark of uncleanness, but also take note of this, Brock Yahuwah. A plague cannot have no power over us if we are clean. The plague cannot have no power over us if we are clean. Because Yahuwah promised that he will keep from us if we obey him, if we walk in his ways. Yahuwah promised for us that he will keep from us the plagues, the plagues that is written in his book. He promised us, Barak Yahuwah. But why is that? Because we are obeying him, and we are walking in cleanness. We are walking in cleanness because the greatest plague out of all of them is the plague of death. Yes, it's the plague of death, and this is what he's going. This is what Yahuwah is going to. And so this is what Yahuwah going to proclaim right now, Barak Yahuwah. I am going to bring one more plague, the most powerful plague, Barak. And after this, he will let you go. He will let you go, Barak Yahuwah. If we are clean, if we are like this plague can only go to those who it can go to. If you are clean, it can't go to you. It can't go to you, Barak Yahuwah. Because why? Because you are clean. You are clean, and Yahuwah will guard you and keep you from all manners of uncleanness, Barak Yahuwah. But I want to allow Yahuwah to take note of that, Barak Yahuwah, because this plague, these plagues, they went directly to Pharaoh and his people. Pharaoh and everybody under him, everybody that was attached to him, everybody that was in agreement with him, Barak Yahuwah. This plague went to all of them. But it didn't touch his people. It didn't touch his people, and it will never touch his people because his people have been set apart unto himself, and his people is clean. as he is clean. Barak Yahuwah, I want to allow Yahuwah to point that out, and point that out, Barak Yahuwah, so we can start back over.
Barak Yahuwah, and I'll bring to that attention too, like, so that should, back in Genesis, it reminisces that Cain, Yahuwah put a mark upon Cain.
Oh yeah.
Barak Yahuwah. And he sent them away from his presence, and he became a wanderer in the earth.
Barak Yahuwah.
A wanderer in the earth. So this is that mark that's of the firstborn that is not of Yahuwah, and he had a plague attached to him, because we know later that he died in I think it was his great grandfather. He received 77 times more, like
Barak Yahuwah,
or something like that in that nature.
Something like Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah, but yeah. So that plague, this just reminisce on that plague, and I'm reading the Strong's definition, more right here that I didn't read. It's a blow.
It's a blow.
It's also by implication a spot. It's a leprosy person. It's a plague. It's a sore. It's a stricken stripe. It's a wound. It's a wound. So Barak Yahuwah, yeah, that's what Yahuwah just gave me. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak
Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Yeah,
oh yeah, let's do right here. Yeah, you just start from the beginning.
Okay. Exodus chapter 11, 1 through 7. Exodus chapter 11, 1 through 7. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, I am bringing yet one more plague on Pharaoh and on Mizraim. After that, he is going to let you go from here. When he let you go, he shall drive you out from here altogether. Speak now in the hearing of the people, and let every man ask from his neighbor, and every woman from her neighbor, objects of silver and objects of gold. And Yahuwah gave the people favor in the eyes of the Mizrahites. And the man Moshe was very great in the land of Mizraim, in the eyes of Pharaoh's servants, and in the eyes of the people. And Moshe said, thus says Yahuwah, about midnight I am going out into the midst of Mizraim, and all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim shall die.
All the firstborn in the land of Mizraim shall die. Barak Yahuwah, because he already told Pharaoh that I will kill your firstborn. Your firstborn, Barak Yahuwah. And Pharaoh's firstborn is all the people in the land of Mizraim that is under him, that is attached to him. Barak Yahuwah. Not only the firstborn of, because so not only the firstborn of Pharaoh died, but everybody under him, everybody rich, poor, it don't matter. Everybody under him, every one of their firstborns died. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. You want to point that out? Keep going.
Barak Yahuwah. And all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sits on his throne, even to the firstborn of the female servant who is behind the handmill, and all the firstborn of cattle. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Mizraim, such as has never been or ever shall be again. But again, any of the children of Yasharal, no dog shall move its tongue against man or against beast, so that you know that Yahuwah makes a distinction between Mizraim and Yasharal.
And he had been making a distinction since the very beginning, beloved ones. Since the very beginning, since Genesis 1. Since darkness came to be. Since darkness came to be, Barak Yahuwah. Since Hashatan himself, Barak Yahuwah, the one who was his most precious messenger, the one who was able to walk the very fiery mountain of Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. It was pride that destroyed him. It was pride that indeed destroyed him, Barak Yahuwah, and his pride caused him to fall, and his fall was great. His fall was great. He came tumbling down to the earth, and the earth became formed and voidless. Earth became unclean. The earth became unclean. But even since then, Barak, like since the Ruach of the living Elohim was hovering over the waters, and he himself proclaimed, let life He himself proclaimed, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. Barak Yahuwah. He immediately, because now darkness exists here, he immediately began to divide the light from the darkness. Immediately. Yahuwah has always made a distinction in the earth between those who are clean and those who are unclean, between those who are his and to those who are not his, between sheep and between goats, between Jacob, between Esau, between light, between darkness, between righteousness, between unrighteousness. There has always been a distinction in the earth. And there has never been an in-between. You are either light or you are either darkness. You are either firstborn according to the Ruach or firstborn according to the flesh. There have never been an in-between, and there never will. And those who even try to create a so-called middle ground, try to serve Yahuwah and love this world, Yahuwah will spew you from his mouth. Yahuwah will spew you from his mouth. There is no in-between. You either give him your whole heart and serve him with your whole being, or he don't want it. There always been a distinction going on in the earth. What we are reading about. Yahuwah came down from Shamayim, and he went before his servant Moshe, and he went to Mizraim himself for the sole purpose of making a distinction in Mizraim, for the sole purpose of making a distinction between who is his and who is not. And he is still doing this even this day. And you will know them. You will know them by their fruit. We don't receive lip service. You can say, oh yeah, I've been born again. Oh yeah, I'm set apart. Oh yeah, I'm this. Oh yeah, I'm that. But we judge fruit. Because if we have the fruit, if we have the perfect blood of the Lamb, the perfect blood that is without spot or without blemish, if his blood covers us, if his blood indeed covers us, and Yahuwah, as Yahushua, is living in us, living in the most kadosh place in us, which is our heart, then through him, the works that we do will be righteous. And you will know that we are his by the work, by the fruit, by the true fruit that manifests in us. By the true set apart fruit that manifests in us because of the perfect one that live in us. Barak Yahuwah. There is no in-between. There have never been no in-between. Yahuwah is even now making a distinction in the earth. Barak Yahuwah. For those who are walking in darkness, who are clinging to their flesh, who are loving this world, versus those who are his and walking in righteousness and dying daily, doing the will and the desire of Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Yahuwah is still making a distinction in the work even to this day, and he's done it from the very beginning. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Exodus. Barak Yahuwah. Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 14. Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 14. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe in Aharon in the land of Mizraim. This new moon, more accurately, this new month, is the beginning of new months for you.
Mm-hmm.
It is the first new month of the year for you. Speak to all the congregation of Yasharal, saying, on the 10th day is this new month. Each one of them is to take for himself a lamb.
A lamb.
According to the house of his father. A lamb for a household.
A lamb for a household.
And if the household is too small for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to his house take it according to the number of the beans, according to each man's need. You make your count for the lamb. Let the lamb be a perfect one.
A what?
A perfect one.
Say it again.
A perfect one.
The lamb is a perfect one. Brock, you'll keep going.
A year old. Take it from the sheep and from the goats, and you shall keep it until the 14th day of the same new month. Then all the assembly of the congregation of Yasharal shall slay it between the evenings. And they shall take some of the blood and put it on the 2 doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat it. And they shall eat the flesh on that night, roasted in fire. With unleavened bread and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Do not eat it raw, nor boiled at all with water, but roasted in fire, its heads with its legs and its inward parts. And do not leave of it until morning, and what remains of it until morning you are to burn with fire. And this is how you eat it. Your loins girded, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And you shall eat it with haste. It is the Pesach of Yahuwah. And I shall pass through the land of Mizraim on that night.
And I shall pass through the land of Mizraim on that night.
And shall strike all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim.
And shall strike all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim.
Both man and beast.
Both man and beast.
And all the mighty ones of Mizraim.
And all the mighty ones of Mizraim.
I shall execute judgment.
I shall execute judgment.
I am Yahuwah.
I am Yahuwah.
And the blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are.
And the blood shall be a sign for you. And say it again, brother.
And the blood shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are.
It shall be a sign for you on the houses where you are. Keep going.
And when I see the blood,
and when he sees the blood,
I shall pass over you.
I shall pass over you and do what?
And let the plagues not come on you to destroy you.
And let not the plagues come on you to destroy you. Barak Yahuwah. Yahuwah already spoke, Barak, that the plagues are not for us. The plagues, the plagues are for those who have the mark of uncleanness already. Barak Yahuwah. But he gave them instructions. He gave them specific instructions, Barak Yahuwah, to overcome the mark of uncleanness. Yes, to overcome the mark, because they had it too. They had it too, but he gave them specific instructions to overcome the mark of uncleanness, Barak Yahuwah, to be made clean in his presence, to be made clean in his sight, so Barak Yahuwah, so that the plague of uncleanness don't overtake them. Barak Yahuwah. They was given instructions, Barak Yahuwah, to slay the perfect lamb. And the blood that comes from this perfect lamb that is without spot or blemish, the blood that comes from this perfect lamb that is without spot or blemish, they was to apply to the doorposts of their house and to the doorposts of their gates. And when Yahuwah comes through and pass by and see the blood, the perfect blood, on their doorposts, on their houses, he will pass over them, and the plague will not overcome them. Why? Why? Because they had the blood applied to them. They had the blood applied to them, the blood that cleanses us. Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. Yahuwah forgave their sin. Yahuwah cleansed them. He set them apart. He gave them instructions to cleanse them. And then he visited the land of Mizraim. And those who wasn't cleansed, those who wasn't clean, those who were still citizens of Mizraim, they was plagued with the plague, and their firstborn died. Their firstborn died, Barak Yahuwah. But he did not touch his firstborn son, the one that cleansed himself, the one that obeyed his instructions and was made clean, the one that had the blood applied to them. He didn't do nothing to his son. He would never do nothing to his son, his firstborn son. But the firstborn of Mizraim will be destroyed. Barak Yahuwah. You can keep going, brother.
And when I see the blood, I shall pass over you. And let the plague not come on you to destroy you. And when I strike the land of Mizraim, and this day shall become to you a remembrance, and you shall celebrate it at a festival to Yahuwah throughout your generations. Celebrate it as a festival, an everlasting law.
An everlasting law. Rock Yahuwah, rock Yahuwah, rock Yahuwah. This is concerning the Pesach, Barak Yahuwah. This message is not necessarily about that, particularly Barak Yahuwah, but nevertheless, Pesach season is right around the corner. Maybe about 6 weeks away, 6 weeks and some change. Barak Yahuwah, about 6 weeks away, and it's right around the corner. But Barak Yahuwah, but this is why But this is why we celebrate it. Barak Yahuwah. This is why we are in such a celebratorial mood when it come around, because we know with all that is in us that the blood have been the perfect blood has been applied to us. The perfect blood has been applied to us, Barak Yahuwah, which enables us to walk this ancient path, this ancient road, this hidden road that is only revealed to those who receive the blood of Yahushua. And we know that we have been redeemed by the precious blood of Yahushua, because the fruit that lives in us. You see, we know and understand that only by the blood can we walk this unleavened path. Yes, after the blood applied to them, they left Mizraim and they immediately began to walk the road of unleavened. They begin to walk the road of unleavened, Barak Yahuwah, because unleavened means unleavened. That means perfectly and completely without leaving. Leaving representing sin. Leaving representing sin. Yes, the perfect and unleavened path. Yes, the road that only the perfect can walk. Because yes, indeed, if we receive the perfect blood of the perfect lamb, we just read it, the lamb had to be perfect, without spot or blemish. And if we receive the perfect blood of the perfect lamb living in us, then yes, we can too walk just like him. This perfect and ancient path, this perfect road, this road of unleavened, this narrow road that only few will find, that only few can walk, because there's only few that is truly desiring Yahuwah, that is truly desiring with a pure heart. And there's only few receiving Yahushua in this season. Truly receiving Yahushua, not just with their words and with their knowledge, trying to trick us and believing that they are set apart. But for those who really and truly receive the precious blood of Yahushua, truly walking this unleavened path, unleavened road, perfect, without no leak, without no sin, which is impossible to do without Yahushua. Which is completely impossible to do without Yahushua. Because Yahuwah and Yahuwah alone is perfect, and Yahuwah is Yahushua. So if we don't receive the blood of Yahushua, just like they did, they had the blood applied to their houses. And we need to have the blood applied to the doorpost of our heart. Only by this can we walk this unleavened path, and only by this we are his firstborn. Only by this we are the firstborn seed of Yahuwah. There's two manner of seed in the earth. There's two manner of seed in the earth. There's two manner of seed in the earth. There is. And you will know them by their fruit. Oh yeah. If we have the perfect blood in us, we will be perfect. This way is perfect. And we're going to allow Yahuwah to completely establish that by his word. By his word. Next precept, big bro.
Psalms chapter 18, verse 30. Psalms chapter 18, verse 30. His way is perfect. The word of Yahuwah is proven.
Mm-hmm.
He is a shield to all who take refuge in him.
Read that one more time.
His way is perfect.
His what is perfect?
His way.
His way, his path, his way is perfect. The ancient road, the ancient unleavened path, the unleavened road is perfect, and only the perfect can walk it. Barak Yahuwah.
His word is perfect. The word of Yahuwah is proven.
The word of Yahuwah is proven to be perfect. Barak Yahuwah.
He is a shield to all who take refuge in him.
A shield from what? A shield from sin. Barak Yahuwah. A shield from leaving. Barak Yahuwah. As we will find out, as we will see, those who truly have the blood applied to them, who are truly are Yahuwah's seed, Yahuwah's firstborn son, they can't help but to be perfect. Because his seed, they can't help but to be perfect, and they can't help but to not to sin against him, because his seed remain in them. His seed remain in them. This way, this road is the road of perfection. And if we are not bearing fruit, if we are not bearing fruit of perfection, then we are not on this road. Be not deceived. Be not deceived. Check your fruit. Check all of us. Yahuwah is calling all of us to check our fruit. Me, you, my brother, he is calling all of us to check our fruit, because he is requiring perfection. perfection. He's not taking excuses. He wants perfection. He wants perfection, which is impossible to achieve without the shed blood of Yahushua covering us, without Yahuwah covering us in his righteousness. Barak Yahuwah, he wants perfection. And if we are truly on this the ancient path, as they say, the ancient path, Barak Yahuwah, the road of perfection, then we will be perfect. No matter what we go through, whether it be affliction, no matter what, we will be perfect. Barak Yahuwah, next precept, bro.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. Psalms chapter 19, verse 7. The Torah of Yahuwah is perfect.
The Torah of Yahuwah is what?
Perfect.
Barak Yahuwah, perfect.
Bringing back the beam.
Bringing back the beam. Barak, from what exactly? From
sin.
Thank you. From destruction. Barak Yahuwah. From being that firstborn according to the flesh and making us his son. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. The Torah of Yahuwah is perfect, bringing back the beam. The witness of Yahuwah is trustworthy, making prudent the simple.
Making prudent the simple. The witness of Yahuwah is Yahushua. The witness of Yahuwah is Yahushua. And he is able to make prudent the simple, because we all was simple-minded.
Yep.
We all was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We all were living in this earth, doing our own thing, Barak Yahuwah, like not knowing that we are on this broad road that leads to destruction. Because there's just like there's two manner of people, there's two manner of firstborn. It's either light or death. There's also two roads. There's two roads. There's the narrow, like there's that narrow road that few find, and there's that broad road that mostly all men find, and that will lead to destruction. It's only two roads. There is no in between. There is no tween. Like you know what I'm saying. So like it's impossible. You can't have one foot on the ancient path and the other foot on that broad road. No, there have never been no in between. There's either light and darkness, day and night, good and evil, righteous and unrighteous, sheep and goats. There is no in between. There is no in between. So we must choose who is it that we desire to serve. We must choose who it is that we desire to serve and do it with our whole heart. Do it with our whole heart. But nevertheless, as Yahuwah has established, yes, there is two manner of people. There is those who are his and those who are not. Those who are firstborn according to the Ruach and firstborn according to the flesh. But the question is, when did this begin? When did it begin to be two manner of people? When did it begin to be two manner of firstborn? When did this happen? Barak Yahuwah. We're gonna take a look at that, and I pray that through Yahuwah, he will firmly show us this. He will make it clear where anybody, where all of us can understand, even a child. Barak Yahuwah. Next precept, big bro.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 17. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 17. And the Nahash was more crafty than all the lives of the field, which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said to the woman, is it true that Elohim has said, do not eat of every tree of the garden?
Is it true that Elohim said, do not eat of every tree of the garden? Right now, nothing has happened yet. All he did was quote the Torah of Yahuwah. There was no wrong done as of yet, Barak Yahuwah. But Barak, you keep reading me, bro.
And the woman said to the Nahash, we are to eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim said, do not eat of it.
Elohim said, do not eat of it. So she quoted the Torah that was given to her from her covering, Barak Yahuwah, from her own lips. She acknowledged that she knows the will and the desire of Yahuwah. She quoted the Torah with her own lips. She quoted it. So we know that it's in her heart. It's in her heart. She quoted it and spoke it to the serpent. Barak Yahuwah. Keep going.
Do not eat of it, nor touch it, lest you die.
Mm-hmm.
And the Nahai said to the woman, You shall certainly not die. For Elohim knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes shall be open, and you shall be like Elohim, knowing good and evil.
Now this is where the offense came, Barak Yahuwah, because now not only did he he spoke against Torah right here. He spoke against Torah, Barak Yahuwah. So he spoke against the Torah, the instruction that was given to a man and woman, Barak Yahuwah. He first created man, and then from man, out of his rib, he created woman, and Yahuwah through man, through Adam, gave the same instructions to his woman, Barak Yahuwah. So right now she's faced with a choice here. She's faced with a choice to either receive the voice of her, the words, the voice of her covering, or to receive the words of the stranger. The words of the stranger, Barak Yahuwah, because this is strange. He spoke against Torah. It is strange. It's something that this probably make your face frown like it's strange. These words are strange. So she got a choice to either receive the words of a covering or to receive the words of the stranger. Okay, keep going.
And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one prudent.
Okay, so now she received the words of the stranger in her heart. She received them, Barak Yahuwah, and like in her heart. So even right here, it's already sin, Barak Yahuwah. But we're gonna see what happens.
And she took of his fruit and ate, and she also gave to her husband with her, and he ate.
Mm-hmm.
Then the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked.
They were naked.
And they sewed fig leaves together and made loin covering for themselves. And they heard the voice of Elohim.
Barak Yahuwah, stop there, bro. Barak Yahuwah. So now we see that they have fallen. They have received the words of the stranger. They have received the words of the serpent. They have received them, and this led them to sinning against Yahuwah. And the righteousness of Yahuwah was stripped from their countenance. It was stripped from them. It was stripped from them. And the clothing that we wear, it shows us who is our master. Who is our master? Because in the Torah it says, if our brother becomes poor and he sells himself to us, he is to serve us for 7 years, and after 7 years we let him go. Not empty-handed, of course, Barak Yahuwah, but he is to let him go. I believe within these 7 years, we are a form of covering to him. Yeah, he's a servant to us, but we ought to provide him all his needs, whatever he needs, so he can serve us. Barak Yahuwah, if he needs clothing, we provide clothing. If he needs a home, he provide, and some even provide wives for their servants. Barak Yahuwah, even provide wives for their servants. Barak, but whatever he needs, Barak Yahuwah, we ought to provide it, because he's a servant. He's serving us. He's serving us. So the clothes that we wear, it shows who we belong to. It shows who we belong to. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. And Adam, before he fell, he was clothed in the righteousness of Yahuwah. And as long as he had this garment on, this shows that he was connected to Yahuwah. Adam was created to be perfect, beloved ones. Perfect. And in this state, he was the firstborn son of Yahuwah, and everything about him was perfect, including his seed. Including his seed. In this form, in this state, whoever proceeded from his loins, whoever came from him, would look just like him. Would look just like him. Will look just like Yahuwah, rather. Because he looked just like Yahuwah. Yahuwah said, like Yahuwah said, so like Yahuwah made man in his image. So Adam was made to look just like him, and everything about him was perfect. He looked just like Yahuwah, and the seed in him was perfect. There's only one seed at this point. There's only one seed. But when Adam obeyed Hashatan, and just like Yahuwah, when we obey Yahuwah, he has rights to enter us. Right? He cannot deny us. He will not deny us marital rights as long as we are being that obedient, submissive wife. We will always have rights, Yahuwah, to receive. We will always have rights to receive marital relations with Yahuwah, because when we receive his ruach, he enters us as a man enters a woman. Barak Yahuwah. And as long as we are obedient to him, as long as we obey his word, he will continue to do so. Barak Yahuwah, taking us from esteem to esteem. But if we obey the voice of another, they have rights to enter us as well. They have rights to enter us as well. So this is what this is what played out here. Barak Yahuwah, when he obeyed the voice of Hashatan, the garment of righteousness, the garment that covered his countenance, that proved that he was the perfect son of Yahuwah, was taken from him. And he was given a new garment. This flesh that belongs to Hashatan. So what does this mean? In this very moment, in this very short moment in time, when Yahuwah removed the righteousness from Adam, and he put the garment of the flesh on him, which belongs to Hashatan, and Hashatan entered him, he became the firstborn seed of Hashatan. He became the firstborn seed of Hashatan. And if he was left in this state, that means everything that would have proceeded from him would have looked just like Hashatan. Would have looked everything that if he was left in this state, and I said if because he wasn't, but if he was left in this state, then everything that would have proceeded from him would have looked just like Hashatan. It still would have been one firstborn, and that firstborn would have been unclean. But what happened after that? The ruach of conviction came down. The ruach that comes down from Shamayim, that comes down from Shamayim to convict man from sin of sin. He visited Adam, Barak Yahuwah, and convicted him from his sin, not to bring condemnation, but to bring forth a righteous sorrow. And it happened. Adam and Yahuwah confessed their sin, and which led Yahuwah to slaying two animals. Yes, blood was shed. Blood was shed, because without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. So Yahuwah slew two out animals and covered them with the skin of these animals. And at this point, because when he covered them with the skin of these animals, that points to him recovering them in his righteousness. This points to him recovering him in his righteousness, which at this point, they once again became the firstborn children of Yahuwah. At this point, Adam once again became capable of producing Yahuwah's firstborn seed. Once again, he became his firstborn son once again. But it's kind of different this time. Why? Because even though he is the firstborn seed of Yahuwah, he is now still encased in his flesh. So now, when at first he only had one perfect seed, there was only one perfect seed. Now we see that there's two seed now. There's a mixture of seed now. Not only is he capable, he is definitely capable of producing the firstborn seed of Yahuwah, but he's also capable now of producing the firstborn seed of Hashatan. This is the moment where it became two manner of firstborn, two manner of people. This what we are reading. This is the moment where it became two manner of people. And Yahuwah is going to continue to show us this as we continue to read. Barak Yahuwah. But I wanted to allow Yahuwah to bring that out. I pray Yahuwah broke it down in a way where it makes sense. Barak Yahuwah. Because this is the very moment that it became, that it went from having one perfect seed, one perfect firstborn, the perfect firstborn of Yahuwah, till there being two manner of people that live in this earth. Till there be two manner of people. We must understand this and get this to truly understand and even understand, to look at ourselves and ask ourselves, who are we? Who are we? Because these are two different distinct. This is two different kinds of seed, but where they are in the same, but where they are the same at is that they are both a spiritual seed. It don't got nothing to do with the flesh, beloved ones. They are the seed of Hashatan is a spiritual seed. So is the seed of Yahuwah. It is a spiritual seed. Barak Yahuwah. And both spirits have distinct characteristics attached to them, determining on which ruach that we have in us. This will determine what characteristics will come out of us. So this is why you will always know them by their fruit. You will always know them by their fruit. But nevertheless, I just wanted to allow Yahuwah to explain that. So as we move forward, it's going to make sense. Rock Yahuwah. You keep going, big bro.
Rock Yahuwah. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree desirable to make one prudent. And she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made loin coverings for themselves. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah Elohim walking about in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahuwah Elohim among the trees of the garden. And Yahuwah Elohim called unto Adam and said to him, where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked.
I was afraid because I was naked. Take note of this. Take note of this, because Yahuwah didn't give us a ruach of fear. Barak Yahuwah, this ruach comes straight from Hashatan. This is proof that he is living in him now. This is proof. Yahuwah didn't give us a ruach. He didn't even experience fear before this moment. Barak Yahuwah, fear wasn't even mentioned. But now he became afraid. Barak Yahuwah. Take note of this. Barak Yahuwah, because Yahuwah, those who are the firstborn seed of Yahuwah, we are not afraid. Even of death itself, we are not afraid. Barak Yahuwah, because we truly understand that if we do leave this earth, this is gain to us, because we are going to our master to praise him in his presence. Barak Yahuwah. We are not afraid of death. Yahuwah didn't give us a ruach of fear. Barak Yahuwah. So take note of this. Adam was afraid. Barak Yahuwah, because he was naked. Because the righteousness that covered him was stripped from him. Barak Yahuwah. And truth is, we are all naked, truly naked. We are all spiritually naked without spiritual clothes until Yahuwah clothes us in his righteousness. It's no different then, it's no different now. Barak Yahuwah.
I have heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. And he said, who made you know that you were naked?
Who made you know that you were naked?
Have you eaten of the tree of which I commanded you that you should not eat?
So he's pretty much telling them, did you listen to somebody else besides me, Adam? Who made you know you were naked? Did you partake of the fruit that I told you not to eat? Did you listen to somebody else besides me, son? Did you do that? Barak Yahuwah, keep going.
And the man said, the woman whom you gave to me, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I ate.
Barak Yahuwah. He admitted his disorderliness. He confessed it. This is disorderly. This is disorderly. This is the definition of giving your power to a woman. Barak Yahuwah, we don't give our power to a woman. Barak Yahuwah. Okay, so the order that Yahuwah has established is Yahuwah, Yahusha, man, woman, children. Barak Yahuwah. Man is to receive the words, the instructions of Yahusha. Yahusha is the one teaching us his righteousness, teaching us his ways, Barak Yahuwah. And it is his words that we are it is his words that we are to receive, him and him alone, Barak Yahuwah. So even if our woman does speak, if her words are not in line with the words of our master, these words we don't receive. We don't receive these words, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. But his woman gave him of the fruit, Barak Yahuwah, which means instead of hearkening to his head, he hearkened to the woman. This is disorder. And he confessed his disorderliness right now. Barak Yahuwah. Keep going.
What is this you have done? And the woman said, the Nahash deceived me, and I ate.
And I ate. Now she's confessing her disorderliness. Barak Yahuwah, as Yahuwah said, the order is Yahuwah, Yahusha, man, woman, and children. Barak Yahuwah. So the only words that she was supposed to receive was the words of her covering, but she received the words of another. This is disorderliness. This is like disorder is darkness. Darkness is sin. Sin will lead us all the way to death. Sin will lead us to being separated from Yahuwah, which is what happened to them. She just confessed her disorderliness as well. Barak Yahuwah.
And Yahuwah Elohim said to the Nahash, because you have done this, you are cursed.
You are cursed.
More than all livestock and more than every beast of the field.
And more than every beast of the field. Barak Yahuwah. Take note of this. Take note of this, Barak Yahuwah. He's not only talking to the serpent. He's talking to the one who dwelled in the serpent as well. He's talking to Hashatan. This judgment that Yahuwah is about to proclaim is not only for the serpent. It's for Hashatan himself. It's for our enemy himself. Now have this understanding in your mind as we read this, because this is the only way it'll make sense. You want to say something? All right.
No.
Go ahead.
Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all livestock and more than every beast of the field.
You are cursed. Yeah, Brock, you will keep going.
On your belly you are to go.
On your belly you are to go.
And eat dust all the days of your life.
And eat dust all the days of your life. Listen to Brock, you hear. Listen to these next words very closely. Barak Yahuwah.
And I put enmity between you and the woman.
I put enmity between you and the woman. Keep reading.
And between your seed.
Between your seed. What?
And her seed.
In her seed. Barak Yahuwah. This is where two manner of seed manifested. Between your seed, the seed of the cursed one, the seed of the cursed one, versus the seed of the woman, like the seed of Yahuwah. This is where two manner of people manifested. It wasn't before this. It wasn't before the fall. But when they fell, when Hashatan entered them and they received the garments, the firstborn garments of Hashatan, they became capable of producing the firstborn seed of Hashatan. But then after this, they repented. Yahuwah slew two animals. And blood was shed, and he covered them with the skin of those animals, thereby recovering them with his righteousness, thereby making them the firstborn seed of Yahuwah once again. Once again, now they became capable of producing the firstborn seed of Yahuwah. But still, they are still in his flesh. They are still in his flesh, which makes it possible to not only to produce the firstborn righteous seed of Yahuwah, but also the firstborn unrighteous seed of Hashatan. This is where two manner of people manifested. This is where it became, this is the beginning, what we're reading. This is the beginning, and this is what you see in the earth. In the earth today, it's still only two manner of people. There is two manner of firstborn. You either firstborn according to the Ruach or firstborn according to the flesh. There is no in between. There is no in between. We either are his or we not. We either his or we not. And even Yahuwah willing, even in the next lesson, we're gonna see this instantly begin to manifest. This instantly began to manifest in the two first sons that they had, and Cain and Abel, and Cain and Abel. Barak Yahuwah. One was the seed of Hashatan, and the other was the seed of Yahuwah. It instantly began to manifest. Instantly. This is when there became two manner of people. And it still is this day. So the question still remains. What manner of people, what manner of firstborn are you? What manner of firstborn are you? Because there is two manner of people that dwell the earth this day. There is. There is. But the question remains, what manner of firstborn are you? Barak Yahuwah, you keep going, big bro.
On your belly you are to go, and eat the dust all the days of your life. And I put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, and you shall crush his heel. To the woman he said, I greatly increase your sorrow and your conception. Bring forth children in pain. And your desire is for your husband.
Your desire is for your husband.
And he does rule over you.
He does rule over you, and this judgment is still in place. His judgment is still in place, Barak Yahuwah. Until heaven and earth pass away, and this judgment is still in place. So it's important, beloved one, beloved sisters, Barak Yahuwah, to humble yourself, to humble yourself before your husbands, and also humble yourself, Barak Yahuwah. If you don't have a husband, to humble yourself before Yahusha, because he is still your covering, Barak Yahuwah. And it's important that we align ourselves up with this judgment that have been placed upon man and woman, Barak Yahuwah, because this is a salvation issue. If we don't hearken to the words of our covering, if we don't hearken to the words of our master, then we are essentially then we won't receive life. This is a salvation issue, Barak Yahuwah. So this judgment is still in place. Just want to take note of that, Barak Yahuwah.
And to the man he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, do not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you.
Cursed is the ground because of you.
And toil you are to eat of it all the days of your life.
And toil you are to eat of it all the days of your life, Barak Yahuwah. So now we see that Yahuwah didn't fully curse Adam. Yahuwah didn't fully curse him. He cursed the ground instead of putting the entire weight of the curse on him. Instead of putting the entire weight of the curse on him. But why did he do this, loved ones? Why did he do this? He even did this to Cain. He even did this to Cain, Barak Yahuwah. He cursed the ground. Instead of completely put the whole curse on him. He cursed the ground. But why did he do this? And does this mean that they are not cursed? I believe that he did this, beloved ones, to make room for repentance. He did this to make room for repentance because the earth, Barak Yahuwah, has been cursed since this day. And it still is. It still is. The earth has a curse attached to it. Since this day, the earth began to die, and the earth is still dying. The earth is indeed still dying, Barak Yahuwah. But nevertheless, so, and we come from this earth. We come from this earth. So technically, even though he cursed the earth is still attached to us because we come from this earth. We come from this earth. But he did this in order to make room for repentance. Because why? How? Barak Yahuwah. How is this making room for repentance? Because even though the earth is cursed, and as long as we are one with this earth, as long as we are one with this earth, that curse will always remain attached to us. This is why Yahuwah had to come in flesh. This is why he had to come in flesh, Barak Yahuwah. He had to reverse the curse. He had to indeed separate us from this dying earth so that we won't receive the plague, the plague of death that this earth will receive one day. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. So this is why when we are born again, when we receive the ruach of the living Elohim living in us, receiving the circumcision of the heart, becoming new creatures. Behold, everything becoming new for us. At this point, we are now seated where? In heavenly places hidden in the Shamayim. Now we are no longer earthly. Now we are no longer earthly at this point. Barak Yahuwah. And since we are no longer earthly, the curse that is attached to the earth, the earth no longer remains attached to us. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. As long as we get separated from this earth, then the curse that is attached to this earth will no longer remain attached to us. This is why we all, beloved ones, have to be born again. We all have to be born again. We all was born, and this is also why we were all born in iniquity. We are born because we all are born according to in this flesh is made of dirt, and that dirt is made from the dirt of this earth, which is cursed. So we have to be spiritually separated from this earth, beloved ones. We have to be spiritually set apart from this earth in order for that in order for that curse to be reversed in us. And Yahusha is the door. Yahusha is the way, the truth, and the life. Yahusha is the separator that separates us from the curse. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Want to allow Yahuwah to shine light on that, but I also want to allow Yahuwah to give us another precept, another witness, rather. Barak Yahuwah, that it was Yahuwah's desire that Adam was perfect. That Adam was perfect. He only had one perfect seed living in him. He only had one perfect seed living in him. I might end up making this the foundation too, partly, but I might end up ending it right quick. Yeah, so I made this the last precept, but nevertheless, he had one seed living in him, Barak Yahuwah, and it was his desire to fill the earth with this one perfect seed. It was Yahuwah's desire to fill the earth with this one perfect seed, Barak Yahuwah. So to further establish this truth, we're gonna bring out the next and the last precept of this lesson until next time, Yahuwah willing, with beloved ones.
First Adam and Kua, the first book of Adam and Kua, chapter 13, verse 1 through 19. The first book of Adam and Kua, chapter 13, verse 1 through 19. Then when Elohim, who was merciful and full of pity, heard Adam's voice, he said to him, O Adam, so long as the good messenger was obedient to me. This good messenger that Yahuwah is speaking about right here is Hashatan. So I just want to take note of that as we keep going. So read it again, bro. Then when Elohim, who is merciful and full of pity, heard Adam's voice, he said to him, O Adam, so long as the good messenger was obedient to me, a bright light rested on him and on his host. Mm-hmm. But when he transgressed my commandment, I dispossessed him of that bright nature. Of that bright nature, of his righteousness. Of his Yahuwah, and he became dark. He became dark, completely dark. Barak Yahuwah. And when he was in the Shamayim, in the realms of light, he knew nothing of darkness. Because there is no darkness up there. Barak Yahuwah. Because Yahuwah is light and there is no darkness in him. Barak Yahuwah. But he transgressed, and I made him fall from the Shamayim onto the earth. And it was this darkness that came over him. Barak Yahuwah. Could keep going. And Adam, while in my garden and obedient to me, that bright light rests also on you. Mm-hmm. But when I heard of your transgression, I took from you that bright light. Mm-hmm. Yet of my mercy, I did not turn you into darkness, but I made your body a body of flesh, over which I spread this skin in order that it may bear cold and heat.
That it may bear cold and heat. Rock Yahuwah. He didn't completely turn him into darkness like he did Hashatan, beloved ones. He didn't do that to him. Rock Yahuwah. But what he did was made him attached to garden. What he did was made him attached to darkness. Because, as he put this garment on that belongs to Hashatan, that belongs to darkness, it is attached to darkness. It is attached to darkness, Rock Yahuwah. And the earth, beloved ones, the earth, the entire earth, he gave it to his beloved son. He gave it to his firstborn son, Adam. Adam indeed was his firstborn son. So he had dominion over all the earth. He had dominion over all the earth. And according to the Torah, if we are Kadosh, if we ourselves are Kadosh, if we are set apart, then everything we own is set apart. If we are set apart, then our house is set apart. Then our children are set apart. Everything we own are set apart. But in the same like manner, if we are wicked, then everything we own is wicked. If we are cursed, then everything we own are cursed. But at the time, Adam was completely set apart. Adam was completely wrapped in the righteousness of Yahuwah. And he was given the earth. So what does that mean? The whole earth. As he was set apart, the whole earth was set apart as he was set apart. Rock Yahuwah, as he was set apart. The garden, the whole garden, as what he was given to rule over, this was indeed set apart as he is set apart, Rock Yahuwah. But as he obeyed the voice of Hashatan, he became his covering. He became his new covering. Rock Yahuwah. Now since Hashatan became his new covering, everything that he owned became the possession of his new covering. Rock Yahuwah. It became the possession of Hashatan. This is why Hashatan is indeed still the Elohim of this earth, this particular earth, this day. This is why the earth has been remade, reformed into the image of Hashatan, because this is his this is his stomping grounds. Rock Yahuwah. This is his portion, the portion that's dying. The portion that's dying. This earth is indeed dying, beloved ones. This earth is indeed dying. Rock Yahuwah, because this earth is attached to darkness. Rock Yahuwah, this earth is attached. This earth is a curse. Hashatan, as we read in the last precept, as he was speaking to the serpent, he said, "You are cursed." He said, "You are cursed more than all the livestock." He was talking to Hashatan. Hashatan is the accursed one. He is the accursed one. Barak Yahuwah. And he is the ruler of this earth right now. So this earth is also a curse as well. And if we don't detach from this earth, if we don't become set apart, separated from this earth by the separating ruach of the ruach hakodesh, then when this earth goes down, which it will, it's dying even now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are on a sinking ship. We are on a sinking ship, and if we don't get off this thing, we're gonna go down with it. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So if we don't be set apart, if we don't become set apart from this earth by receiving the set apart spirit indwelling in us, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, which is Yahusha, thereby setting us apart, thereby seating us in hidden places in the Shamayim, no longer citizens of this earth, but citizens of the Shamayim. Then when this earth dies, when this earth perish, we will perish with it. Barak Yahuwah, we will perish with it. I just want to allow Yahuwah to point that out. Barak Yahuwah. You can keep going, Miss Brown.
If I had let my wrath fall heavily on you, I should have destroyed you, and had I turned you into darkness, it would have been as if I had killed you.
Because there's no coming back from this, beloved ones. If he turned him into complete darkness like he did Hashatan, there is no coming back from this. But as Yahuwah has said, he cursed the earth instead of putting the whole weight of the curse on the Overnom to make room for repentance. Barak Yahuwah. Keep going.
But in my compassion, I have made you as you are when you transgress my commandment. O Adam, I have drove you from the garden and made you come forth into this land, and commanded you to live in this cave, in darkness covered you, as it did over him who transgressed my commandment. Thus, O Adam, has the night deceived you. It is not to last forever, but is only of 12 hours. When it is over, daylight will return. Do not sigh or be moved, and do not say in your heart that this darkness is long and drags on wearily. Do not say in your heart that I plagued you with it. Strengthen your heart and be not afraid. This darkness is not a punishment, Adam. I have made the day, and I have placed the sun in it to give light, in order that you and your children should do your work. For I knew you would sin and transgress and come out into this land, yet I wouldn't force you, nor be heard over you, nor shut up, nor doom you through your fall, nor through your coming out from light into darkness, nor yet through your coming from the garden into this land. For I made you of the light.
For I made you of the light.
And I willed to bring out children of light from you.
And I willed to bring out children of light from you.
That were like you.
That were like you. That were just like you. He made him of the light, of the very light. Yahuwah is an all-consuming fire. He is an unapproachable light, and from this very light, Yahuwah made him in his perfect image. He only had one perfect seed in him, and that is the seed of light. That is the seed of righteousness. Before he fell, but after he fell, there became two manner of people: the seed of light and the seed of darkness. But it was his will. It was his will to fill the earth, with only creatures of light, That is his will, and it still is his will. This is why those who are his children of light, we are doing his will. We are doing the works that is fulfilling his will in the earth, that is spreading the light, spreading his light in the earth, making his light increase in the earth as he does his righteous works through us. This has always been his will. This has always been his desire. And this was always his desire, even then, because he just proclaimed that, for I made you of the light, and I will to bring out children of light from you that were just like you. This was his desire. But this is what was ruined when he obeyed the voice of the enemy. But since that, it became two manner of people. Yahuwah is honing down, because we got to get this. We have to get this and understand there's two manner of people in the earth: vessels of light and vessels of darkness. And the question still remains, beloved ones: what manner of person, what manner of firstborn are you? Rock Yahuwah. You can keep going, big bro.
But you did not keep my commandment one day, until I had finished the creation and baraked everything in it. Then concerning the tree, I commanded you not to eat of it. Yet I knew that Satan, who deceived himself, would also deceive you. So I made known to you by means of the tree not to come near him.
Not to come near him. Say that one more time.
So I made known to you by means of the tree.
Of the tree.
Not to come near him.
Not to come near him.
And I told you not to eat of the fruit thereof.
Yeah, like don't eat that rotten fruit.
Nor to taste of it.
Don't taste it.
Nor yet to sit under it.
Don't even come near it.
Nor to yield to it.
Yield. Barak Yahuwah, he hearkened to the voice of the serpent. He warned him beforehand, and he still disobeyed him. Barak Yahuwah. But even with that, he didn't completely turn him into darkness. He still had pity on his son, and made an opportunity for his son to become his son once again. Barak Yahuwah. And not only him, all of us, Barak Yahuwah, because we see, before the fall, beloved ones, all of us being attached to Adam, all of us coming from his loins, if he had not failed, then we would have been born in righteous. We would have been born with the very garment of righteousness covering us. But just as Adam fell because of his individual actions, and he individually became his son once again, as Yahuwah covered his individual person, his individual countenance with those garments, and he became individually his son once again. This happened. This must happen. This must take place in us all individually. We all must individually become the son of the living Elohim once again. We all must individually allow Yahuwah to once again cover us in his garment of righteousness. We all was born in iniquity, so we all must individually become born again ourselves, our individual selves. Just as Adam did it, we got to do it too. We got to do it too. Barak Yahuwah. Nobody is exempt. Nobody is exempt. There is only two manner of firstborn. Barak Yahuwah. Those are firstborn according to the flesh, and those who receive the ruach and those who receive the ruach of set apartness and have been and have been individually became his once again. If this didn't happen to you, if this didn't happen in you, if you didn't receive the ruach as of yet, then as of right now, Barak Yahuwah, you are not his. You are not his. But if he reveals to you that you are not his, Barak Yahuwah, it's not a pleasant thing to find out, right? But it's a blessing, because it's the first step. It's the first step in becoming his. There is many people in this earth. There is many people that are proclaiming that they are his set apart people, trying to keep the Torah in their flesh, rejecting the Ruach because they think they already got it. But if Yahuwah reveals to you that you are not of him, that you are not his, and you receive this understanding, Barak Yahuwah, because now you can begin to do the steps, to do the things that you need to do in order to seek his face, to receive the Ruach HaKodesh, to become his child. But it first began in understanding who you are. Who are you? Who are we? Who are we? And you will know us by our fruit. You will know us by our fruit. We didn't get time to really talk about the fruit of the Ruach in this lesson, Barak Yahuwah. But Yahuwah wouldn't get to it. But you will know them by their fruit. You will know them by their fruit. But it is a barakah to know who you are. Even if you are not of his right now, it is a barakah to know, because now you can begin to do the steps. You can begin to do the work that will lead you to being his son. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. And you can begin to do the work that will lead you to be his son. Just reading the word, just keeping your nose in the Torah, understanding how to make a distinction between the clean and the unclean, washing yourself with the washing of your word, like you're washing yourself with the washing of the word. Barak Yahuwah, drawing near to Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. If you continue to do so, even do the trials, even do the hard time, because you will be tried. But if you continue to do so and not turn back, he will lead you to Yahusha. He will lead you to Yahusha, and he will come into you. He will come into you, and by him coming into you, Barak Yahuwah, this will make you his people. This will make you his firstborn son. This will make you his firstborn son, Barak Yahuwah. But if you don't receive him, if you don't receive the set apart Ruach, the Ruach that sets us apart before we leave this earth, then you are in danger of going before Yahuwah as the firstborn son of Hashatan when you leave this earth. And because you have not been set apart unto him, because you are not his firstborn son, you will go where those who are separated from Yahuwah go. And you will receive what those who are separated from Yahuwah will receive. You will receive your portion. You will receive this cursed earth. And this is why when those who are not his, they go down in the earth. They go down in the earth. Even this day, they go down in the earth because they are still attached to this earth, and you will receive your portion. So it is imperative for us to not only know who we are, who we are. There's two manner of firstborn in this earth. So who are we? Who are we? Are we the firstborn of Yahuwah? Are we the firstborn of Hashatan? Because as Yahuwah showed us, he showed us when it happened, and it's still going on. There's nothing new under the sun. It's still going on this day. So who are we? Keep going, brother.
Had I not spoken to you, O Adam, concerning the tree, and had I left you without a commandment, and you had sinned, it would have been an offense on my part. For not have given you an order, you would turn around and blame me for. But I commanded you and warned you, and you failed. So that my creatures cannot blame me, but the blame rests on them alone.
On them alone. And Yahuwah is still warning us this day. The warning still goes out. If we don't become his firstborn son by seeking to be set apart unto him, by receiving the Ruach HaKodesh, Barak Yahuwah, by repenting and turning from everything that is not of him, Barak Yahuwah, and drawing near to him, allowing him to lead us to Yahusha, allowing him to lead us to being immersed, allow him to lead us to being immersed, of receiving the Ruach HaKodesh, thereby being truly set apart from this earth, by not only being set apart from Hashatan, being set apart from this earth, Barak Yahuwah, becoming seated in places hidden in the Shamayim. You know what I'm saying? Seated at the top of our high tower, seated on our Barak Yahuwah, on our rock, Barak Yahuwah, on our rock, Barak Yahuwah, our rock of salvation. If this don't take place in us before we leave this earth, Barak Yahuwah, then we will then not only are we rejecting Yahuwah by rejecting Yahusha, we will go before the throne of Yahuwah, still being the firstborn of Hashatan, and receiving the reward of all his children. Barak Yahuwah, torment, going down to Sheol, Barak Yahuwah, where we will remain there until the second resurrection, where we may it's a great chance we may end up going into the eternal lake of fire. Barak Yahuwah. So please, I pray that these words, Barak Yahuwah, these words that Yahuwah spoke this day, Barak Yahuwah, made sense. I pray that it was clear, in which either a child can understand, Barak Yahuwah, and I pray that you can receive it, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah, I pray that you can receive it, and you now understand that there are two manner of people in the earth. Look around you. Your families, your friends, there are two manner of people in the earth. But the question still remains, beloved one. Which manner of people are you? Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. For those for those of you who are on Facebook, Barak Yahuwah, shalom to you. But if any one of you desire to say shalom to us, or if it was given to you to even want to try to fellowship with us via Zoom, Barak Yahuwah, and you desire to reach out to us, if you look in the if you're on YouTube, rather, if you look at the restriction, if you look in the I think in the description box on the page, you will find an email there. I believe that email is Yahuwah's portion .8 at gmail.com. Yahuwah's portion .8 at gmail.com. If you do desire, whether you was given the desire to want to say shalom or fellowship, Barak Yahuwah, I highly encourage you to reach out, Barak Yahuwah, because either I myself, Azar Yahu, or my beloved brother Yehuda, or my beloved brother Masha, either one of us will respond and say shalom to you, Barak Yahuwah. We would love to meet you, Barak Yahuwah, and Yahuwah's willing, if it be his will, to even fellowship with you, Barak Yahuwah. But until then, But until next time, beloved ones, I pray. I also pray Yahuwah go before you all, Rock Yahuwah, and I pray y'all will have a blessed evening, Rock Yahuwah. But until then, you want to say anything?
Oh, no, it's Barak Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah. Our beloved ones, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.